Hello, and welcome back to the Stories of Northern Life podcast, brought to you by the Sault Ste. Marie Museum. I'm your host, Nicole, and today I bring you another episode in our museum newsletter series. So last week we did June 1990, so that means we are now on to July 1990, and once again you can see it's pretty much the same layout. So it is members newsletter, July 1990. So we start off with cleaning out, and then a little sort of cartoon image here, and it says, help the museum clean up at a September parking lot sale. Save your surplus for this fundraiser. Friday, September 7th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, September 8th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Drop off items at the museum or call for pickup. Then we move on to page 2, and it is Collectors Day. On Saturday, June 30th, the Sault Ste. Marie Museum held a Collectors Day. Local experts were present from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to answer questions, identify and appraise collectible items brought in by the public. Barbecued hot dogs, courtesy of Lobes and Pinot's IGA, and orange drink donated by McDonald's restaurant were served outside in the parking lot. 8 collectible door prizes, donated by museum volunteers, were raffled off. So successful was this event that plans are already underway to repeat it next year. Next off, we have a Brier Committee boasts Sports History Hall of Fame. The 1990 Brier Committee has generously contributed $3,500 for materials to construct display furniture for this third floor gallery space, which has been earmarked for sports history displays. Research about the Sioux sports history is underway, and sports-related artifacts are being located. Many thanks go to the Brier for sparking the startup of this project. And this sports gallery is still the sports gallery that we have on the third floor. And we do have a section for curling, so you can go in there and check it out. Though I think we probably have to update it now, since we have now once again won a gold, or should I say Brad Jacobs, Team Jacobs from the Sioux has won another gold medal for us, Canada, from the Olympics, from the Milan 2026 Olympics. Then we have breakfast at Lobes. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, July 12th to 14th, the museum hosted breakfast at Lobes IGA. The museum staff and volunteers cooked and served ham and egg muffins for customers. The museum also included Danish pastries, watermelon, coffee, and orange juice. The cost of this breakfast was by donation, and the museum was able to raise over $300. Many thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Larry Cairns and Lobes for supplying all food and related items to make this fundraiser a success. And it does say, apologies to past president Udo Rourke for omitting his name from the list of museum management board members in the last edition. So that was from the last newsletter. So the July 1990 newsletter, they just had that little correction there. And then we have Traveling Incoming Exhibit, The Wonder of Wood, begins July 24th. And then we have a little photo image here. And it says this exhibit contains over 400 items from the botany, ethnology, and multicultural collections of the Manitoba Museum of Man and Nature and other sources. All of the artifacts are made of or relate to wood. The exhibit was created to illustrate the science and beauty of wood and to explore the importance of wood to the quality of life, past and present. And so then there is also this little thing at the bottom here, and it says, did you know that the Wood Hatch of Gully River has opened a second location inside the Queen Street entrance of the Sault Ste. Marie Museum? Pay the shop a visit for wood products, furniture, Canadian handicrafts, clothing, jewelry, and gifts. It is open Monday through Saturday. So do you remember the Wood Hatch from Gully River? Have you shopped there? Do you remember it at all? If you do, feel free to comment down below. And then we are finishing off with our artifact of the month, and you can see a photo of it here if you're watching on video. And it is a porcupine quill loom. The loom was donated by Marvy Rourke from her inventory at the Mountain Man General Store. While relatively new, it is typical of those traditionally in use since 1200 AD or CE by the Great Lakes Ojibwe to weave decorative bands which were applied to clothing or other objects. Porcupine quills were clipped at the barbed end and softened by soaking in water or in the mouth and dried. In quillwork weaving, a warp of sinew is stretched across the bow loom. A weft of sinew is woven into the warp with quills worked between and parallel to the warp and over the weft. Quillwork continued for several decades after contact with the Europeans. The basic geometric designs gradually were replaced by more elaborate curved floral designs, and commercial rather than natural dyes were used. Eventually, beadwork came to be substituted for the slower, more laborious quillwork, and today knowledge of quillwork techniques is in danger of being lost. So there is the members newsletter for July 1990. I hope you are enjoying this series. I hope maybe that we can get back to these styles of newsletters for our members. So if you are a member, stay on the lookout for our newsletters. And as always, thanks for listening. Bye.
Have you been to your local museum lately? Visit us at the Sault Ste. Marie Museum, located in downtown Sault Ste. Marie, the one with the big clock tower on the top. Our hours of operation are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday. We have 3 floors of exhibits that we constantly work on updating. The whole family is welcome, as we have activity sheets and scavenger hunts with prizes for every kiddo, a discovery gallery full of hands-on learning, and more interactive elements scattered throughout the museum. And don't forget to come say hi and let us know you're a listener of the podcast.